All right, Shalom. Call Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kakudash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do teach and rule well, taught us this 100% truth. Peace, love, and salutations unto the elect, the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect. You came out there pushing his word in truth and sincerity. Unto those of you who be likened unto a speckled bird scattered to the four corners, speaking in different tongues, unto you we say Shalom. All right, this is the book of James, chapter 1, and we're going to start at verse 12. All right. Blessed is a man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. All right. And what's the temptation? Well, the ultimate temptation is when that charagma gets implemented as mandatory. All right. The CHIP, the RFID. Okay. And the prevailing judgment and events that will take place around that implementation and the mandatory charagma. Okay. For when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. Right. And when you go into the book of Isaiah, all right, there's a particular scripture that makes mention, I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. Okay. To be afflicted, to be tried. All right. Tried. Okay. Trial by fire. All right. Sirach, the second chapter, it also makes mention. Okay. Matter of fact, let's just grab it. Okay. Actually, I want Sirach. Okay. Sirach chapter 2 verse 1, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. You see that? So, being tried in the fire, the furnace of adversity, all right, in affliction. Okay, all of these different phrases, if you will, okay, that ultimately provide the same message. All right, that we gonna have to be put through that fire, man. Okay, what do they say? Fire is a purifying agent or a cleansing agent. When you think of like a blacksmith, okay, when they use the fire, all right, to bend the metal into place, into shape, and all these other things. Okay. When you think about diamonds, which that's different in the sense of pressure, there's pressure that's applied, all right? And it's the same thing with heat, all right? When heat is applied, this is pressure, man. Okay. It's that heat that you're feeling on your skin, all right? The sweat, the extra energy that your body is using at the same time, okay? And then that labor that you're putting forth, all right? So, at the end of the day, man, all right, that's the ultimate temptation, all right? That's the biggest temptation of all, man, all right? That mandatory charagma, all right? You're not going to be able to buy nor sell. Okay, not only that, you're going to have your family trying to come up against you. All right, you're going to have family try to, be trying to do things to you. Okay, you're going to have other people around you. Okay, you're going to have all hell breaking loose, man. Okay, great lawlessness. All right, and everything else in between that can't really be othered. Okay, because we don't know. All right. Nobody has experienced a time like this in the history of what we know, have read, and see as history has been. All right, let's continue. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of the Most High, for the Most High cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. Exactly, man. Because all it takes is, I was thinking of an analogy, actually. Let me start with this. I was thinking of an analogy, and it's just like, you might be on a roller coaster, Let's say your dad takes you on a roller coaster, all right? So he's the reason why you're on that roller coaster, all right? He put you there in that particular seat, okay, to enjoy the ride, all right? Or have to endure the ride, right? But nobody tells you to take off your seatbelt, He doesn't tell you to stick your hand outside of the roller coaster so that way it could be knocked off, you get the analogy, all right? And it's the same thing with this life. Okay, of course the Lord controls everything. Of course the Lord controls, the situations he's placed us in and the things he throws at us. Okay, but we can make the righteous choice. Okay, to be obedient. All right, to rely on the Spirit. Okay, or to rely on the flesh. All right. That's why it goes into it in Romans, okay? About the flesh being enmity with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, all right? Now, the beautiful thing about it is, all right, the Lord has written things to go a certain way, all right? So that way when you do fall, okay, you can learn from that. That's meant to be a learning experience, all right? That's what these people don't understand. Okay? They'll say, oh, well, the Lord maybe. Nah, man, it's meant for you to learn and grow. Okay? So that way you can pass the test next time. All right? Hey, and then in retrospect, it's like, hey, nobody told you to text that woman. Nobody told you to go, do this, that, and the third. All right? Especially if you knew that the woman, had a man or was married, All right, especially if you knew that this particular guy, all right, that you want to meet up, all right, and you were swindled out of some money, and nobody told you to pull up if this guy is known for not having good business practices. You see? So these are all learning experiences, man. All right, everything that we have been going through and dealing with, they're all learning experiences, man. So that way we can be prepared as best as we possibly can through the Spirit for the great temptation, man. All right. James 1:16, do not err, my beloved brethren. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. Of his own will begat he us with what? With the word of truth, that we should be a kind of first fruits of his creatures. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. Exactly, man. All right. Why is this being said? Well, because ultimately the ultimate temptation, hey, you might be, you might be quick to wrath, man. All right. You might be too quick to speak. Okay. Especially when all hell's breaking loose, man. Especially when it be some bullshit going on, man. All right. It's already a vexing experience just day to day. All right. While these fucking Americans, you see, that's just an example. All right. While these fucking Americans just go about la-di-da-di and diddy-diddy. Okay? So these experiences are meant to help us, man. All right? So that way when that great temptation comes, the ultimate temptation, all right, we'll be swift to hear, we'll be slow to speak, and we'll be slow to wrath, man. To not get out of character, but fully rely 144% on the Spirit of power Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Hey, because we're not there yet, man. All right, I say that humbly as a man. All right, we're not there yet, man. Okay? Hey, and the reason why I say that we're not there yet, again, because nobody has experienced anything like this. But all of the experiences that we're going through will help us. So that way, when that comes, when it gets implemented, like you have a let's use an analogy. You have a very laborious job, but there's gonna come a time, and you don't know when, but this particular very laborious job is gonna randomly implement new policies that might make your already very laborious job a bit more difficult to conduct yourself in. All right. So when it randomly happens off of a whim, now you have to make adjustments. Now you have to think quickly on, like on the fly. And you know what I mean? And when you have these particular experiences, you're actually able to do this, right? When you have to go through these very crazy new policies, which the policy is the charagma, okay? When you have to go through this on a whim, you quickly make adjustments, all right? And with those adjustments come even being more careful, because this is the ultimate time. This is the ultimate test. You've already been handling the very laborious job, but this is the ultimate test, all right? To prove, all right, to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, if you will, okay? Again, using it as the analogy, all right? Because as it says in Romans, not to him that runneth, or willeth, but to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, all right, of who comes the mercy, all right, and the grace. All right, James 1:19, wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath, for the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of the Most High. You see? And that's also another part of that great temptation, the ultimate temptation. All right? You're going to have all hell breaking, all types of stuff going on. But guess what? The things that these people can do hold no significance to what Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai does. All right? And can do to you. Okay? Verse 21, wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your souls. You see? Because it's only through the grace and mercy of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'arakat Kodash, all right, through the gift of faith that we have been given, all right, which by that faith that we have and have been given, we show forth our works, all right, in this rehearsal of righteous acts, that Lord's will we may be counted worthy, all right, through his grace and mercy, okay, to be part of the 144,000 elect men, all right, of the first fruits, okay? So lay apart all of the nonsense, man, okay? And what does it say? And receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your souls, maintaining that humility, all right? You have to maintain that humility. Hey, that's why the apostles, okay, have recently, addressed, those pictures and other things. Stop bigging us up, man. All right, like the Apostle Ramlov said, man, stop making us fucking celebrities, man. Okay? Hey, scripture says, let other men praise thee, to serve great men, all right, to miss not the discourse of the elders, all right? We know that they are great men in the spirit, man, to have labored so far, all right, in the amount of years. Okay, but guess what? All of that is vanity, man. All right, because as the Apostle Gabar said, none of the apostles have been in the truth for 1 hour compared to the Lord's time. All right, so that's the kind of meekness, that humility you have to have. That same mindset that they have. Okay, we can all agree, man. Those are beautiful souls. Hey, Lord's will by faith, a lot of us believe, man. It gotta be the elect, man. By faith, by hope. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with saying those things. But maintain that same humility that they're maintaining, man. All right? That after all these years, okay? It don't matter, man. Don't try to big me up. All right? Because ultimately, 40 years ain't shit to the Lord. Okay, so imagine, the rest of us, who have been in it, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 year, 7 years. Man, you ain't doing nothing, man. All right? So sit your ass down somewhere, man. Okay? Maintain your humility, and continue to strive, man. Okay? Strive sincerely. All right? Verse 22, but be ye doers of the word and not hearers only. Exactly, man. Take this particular time, all right, take these experiences and learn how to execute what's written in the word, man. All right, not just talk about it all goddamn day, man. Okay? That's what it's saying, man. But be ye doers of the word and not hearers only. All right? Talk about the scriptures, hear about it, but don't implement it. You know, that's off. Deceiving your own selves. All right. Hey, we all make mistakes. We absolutely, man. You know, but in those mistakes, in those experiences, in those trials, we should be better at implementing humility, implementing self-restraint, temperance, you know, all these different spiritual variables, all right, that help us, you know, in our day-to-day. Okay. Actually, verse 23, for if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. For he beholdeth himself and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was. You see? Hey, and that's even still in this truth, man. Okay? Don't forget the mistakes you've made in this truth. All right? Don't forget the experiences that you've had to endure already. All right? Because when you do that, you end up going through the same nonsense, just a different way, you know, or in a different measure. All right? And it's worse than the first time you went through it. Okay? But if you would have relied on Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and made the adjustments that you needed to make, all right, it may not have went the way it went this second go around. You see? So, you know, be equipped, man. All right? Don't be naive about it, man. All right? Don't just take those things lightly. Okay? Let's continue. Only a few more verses here. But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty and continueth therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in his deed. If any man among you seem to be religious and bridleth not his tongue, but deceiveth his own heart, this man's religion is vain. Pure religion and undefiled before Yahweh, all right, before the Most High and the Father is this, to visit the fatherless and widows in their affliction, and to keep himself unspotted from the world. You see that? So even pure religion, all right, which when you go into religion, if I recall correctly, the etymology just means sets of teachings or laws of teachings, all right. But either way, it's still the same thing. All right. To visit the fatherless and widows. What's that? All right. A manner of humility. Okay. And also what? To keep himself unspotted from the world. All right. Temperance, self-control, you know, to not feed the deeds of the flesh, man. All right. So, hey, man, you know, the ultimate temptation is coming, man. All right. The ultimate temptation is coming, man. All right. And blessed be those men, starting with the elect men, the 144,000. All right, the hopeful elect, blessed be unto Barakatham unto you. All right, unto us, Lord's will. Okay, and unto the 1/3 men, women, and children. All right, because through the Spirit and the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, we will be able to endure the ultimate temptation. All right, we'll be able to execute and not just be hearers. Okay, but we'll do. All right, we'll be slow to speak, slow to wrath. All right, we'll be even more temperate. Okay, we'll be more spiritually inclined and discern, and you know, these different things, man. All right, and of course, guess what happens to those excluded from that? All right, even a lot of you Israelites who just have knowledge of self. Okay, so, hey, man. It's gonna be an ultimate time, man. That's for sure. But we know that Yahushua is about to return soon, man. All right, because that's all that everybody's talking about, really, man. Okay, the Charagma, the third woe. You know, that's it. What else is there to discuss at this point, man? You know, of course, there's a few little ins and outs on how things might play out, or you know. But hey, that's it, man. They about to implement this thing. Tesla just had a whole 3.5 hour AI event showing off their new robot and all. Man, it's about to go down, man. Okay? You think they're not mass producing the things that they show? All right? You think that they mass produce millions and billions of iPhones? All right? Or Samsungs and Android phones and all that when they reveal them? Okay? Or while they're revealing them? But these robots and all this technology and all these things, Esau's not mass producing them. He's just showing them. Come on, man. You people got another thing coming, man. All right. Hey, so Lord's will, you've been edified. All right. Stay strong, man. Okay. In closing, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rechah HaKodash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do teach and rule well, tell us this 100% truth. Peace, love, and salutations unto the Lord's elect. All right, until next time, we say Shalom wa Barakatham.